Welcome to QuickBytes Education. Today's QuickByte is all about image registries, explained simply, quickly, and clearly. Let's get started. If you're studying for the KCNA exam, you need to understand this. Kubernetes does not usually build your application image, and Kubernetes does not magically know where your image lives. It needs to pull that image from somewhere. That somewhere is called an image registry. By the end of this video, you'll understand what an image registry is, how Kubernetes uses it, and the common exam traps around images, tags, digests, and private registries. Here's what we're covering today. First, what an image registry is. Next, how Kubernetes pulls images from a registry. Then we'll look at public registries, private registries, tags, and digests. And finally, we'll cover what most people get wrong on the KCNA exam. An image registry is a place where container images are stored and shared. Think of it like an app store for container images. But instead of downloading apps to your phone, Kubernetes pulls container images so it can run them inside pods. A container image is a packaged version of an application. It includes the application code, dependencies, libraries, and settings needed to run. The image registry is where that image is kept. Some common examples of registries include Docker Hub, GitHub Container Registry, Amazon Elastic Container Registry, Google Artifact Registry, Azure Container Registry, and registry.k8s.io for Kubernetes project images. On the KCNA exam, they may test this by asking where container images are stored before Kubernetes runs them. The answer is an image registry. Developer builds image is pushed to registry, Kubernetes pulls image, container runs in pod. That's the basic lifecycle. Build it, store it, pull it, run it. Now let's connect this to Kubernetes. When you create a pod or deployment, you specify an image name. For example, nginx:1.25 or registry.example.com/myapp/web:v1. That image name tells Kubernetes what image to use. If the image is not already on the node, the kubelet works with the container runtime to pull the image from the registry. The kubelet is the Kubernetes agent running on each node. The container runtime is the software that actually runs containers. So the registry stores the image, the kubelet requests it, the runtime pulls it, and the pod uses it. On the exam, they may ask what happens when a pod starts and the image is not already available on the node. Kubernetes must pull the image from a registry before the container can run. So far, we have three different things. The image is the packaged application. The registry stores the image. The container is the running instance created from that image. Do not mix those up. That is very testable. Now let's talk about public and private registries. A public registry allows images to be pulled publicly, depending on the registry and image permissions. A private registry requires authentication. That means Kubernetes needs credentials before it can pull the image. In Kubernetes, those credentials are often provided using an image pull secret. An image pull secret is a Kubernetes secret that stores registry login information. Then a pod can reference that secret so Kubernetes knows how to authenticate when pulling the private image. On the KCNA exam, they may test this by asking how Kubernetes pulls an image from a private registry. The key phrase to remember is image pull secrets. That is the field used in a pod spec to reference the secret containing registry credentials. Now here's where most people get this wrong. They think an image tag is always permanent. It is not. An image tag is a label, like v1, v2, stable, or latest. Tags are useful because they help identify versions, but a tag can move. For example, today latest might point to one image. Tomorrow latest might point to a different image. That can make troubleshooting and rollbacks harder. A digest is different. A digest is a unique identifier based on the image content. If you use a digest, you are pointing to a specific image version. On the exam, the big idea is this. Tags are human-friendly version labels. Digests are more precise and immutable. For beginner KCNA questions, you don't need to memorize every format, but you should understand the difference. Let's finish with a very common Kubernetes issue, image pullback off. Image pullback off means Kubernetes tried to pull the image, but something went wrong. Maybe the image name is misspelled. Maybe the tag does not exist. Maybe the registry is private, and Kubernetes does not have credentials. Maybe the registry is temporarily unavailable. The important point is that the pod cannot start properly until Kubernetes can access the image. On the exam, if you see a question about a pod failing because Kubernetes cannot download the container image, think image pull problem. That problem usually points back to the image name, tag, registry access, credentials, or image pull secrets. Here's what you just learned. An image registry stores container images. A container image is the packaged application. A container is the running instance created from that image. Kubernetes pulls images from a registry when starting pods. Public registries may allow open access. Private registries require authentication, often using image pull secrets. Tags are version labels, but they can change. Digests point to a specific image version. And image pull back off usually means Kubernetes could not pull the image successfully. The big KCNA takeaway is this. Kubernetes runs containers from images, and those images usually come from an image registry. Like, subscribe, and keep building your knowledge with QuickBytes education, one QuickByte at a time.